Hey gearheads, and welcome on back into NASCAR 21 Ignition. I'm Alan Bailey. I'm not happy. This game is the reason that I drink. I hate it with every fiber of my being. It was a huge disappointment, but we have a new DLC pack. They put better lipstick on the pig. Isn't that great, y'all? All right, let's check out this lipstick. First off, Bobby Labonte, brand new legendary driver that just got added to the game today. Which is pretty cool. I'm infuriated by this, not because I hate Bobby Labonte or this is a bad paint scheme, but this is such a simplistic paint scheme. I feel like anyone who has a decent grasp of the paint booth in this game has created this car already. I created this car already. I know most content creators created this exact car already. But here's the thing that infuriates me. What's this? Right here, where it says interstate, between interstate and the American ethanol fuel dump right there, the red line just stops. It just stops. I sincerely feel like someone at the office at Motorsports Games literally created this car in the actual paint booth that we have in the game, and then just kind of didn't check their work. They did that with Matt Kenseth. So it's like, you can't make this stuff up, man. Just the attention to, or the lack of attention to detail is staggering. But, you know, the actual appropriate number 18 font is there, so you're only going to ever look at this anyway, so I guess that's great and dandy. I don't know, man. And if you wanted to do this car authentically, you would have done it in a Chevy, because Bobby Labonte drove this car when it was a Pontiac in the early 2000s, and then in 2005, I believe, they switched over to Chevys over at Joe Gibbs Racing. So technically, this car should be a Chevy, but you know, again, Motorsports Games doesn't get the details right because they're incapable of it. So stay hot, Motorsports Games. So normally we'd go through the paint schemes, but unfortunately, and Motorsports Games acknowledge this and they're aware that it's a problem, they accidentally took out the throwback paint schemes. Yep, the latest patch that came out earlier this week literally killed the DLC for the throwbacks, which was the very first DLC. I have it. It's installed. I'm playing on a PC on Steam. And it's just not here. I will show you. So here's Quinn Hoff's 2 schemes. So all the other paint schemes are not working as well, it looks like. Yep. Okay, so here's the difference between the playoff car and non-playoff car. That was it. That yellow bar. Yeah, I would totally not pay $9.95 for that. I mean, they're spitting in our face at this point, really. I mean, it's insulting to my intelligence. It's insulting to your intelligence. It's insulting to NASCAR fans. We deserve so much better than this. It's ridiculous. This is a cool car. Here's your playoff car. There's a few playoff cars in here, actually, for Brad. Very cool. Austin. Playoffs. Austin. Good one. So, that's what's currently in the game for Austin Dillon. Here's Kevin Harvick. He did get a couple of playoff paint schemes added, but he has all these Busch schemes, and if you want to unlock the Busch paint schemes, you have to go into your settings and click on the legal tab. And when you click on the legal tab, it will ask you for your birth date. And if you are 21 years or older, you automatically get these paint schemes unlocked. Very cool feature. But here's the thing. I always look at NASCAR console games, specifically this one, through the lens of, can I sit my niece down and have her play this? Would I be comfortable if my niece played this game? And she saw this Busch paint scheme because she watches NASCAR with me and her dad sometimes. And guess what? She knows it's beer. She knows not to drink beer. That's called good parenting. I think it's stupid that we have to censor these, honestly, at this point, but whatever, Motorsports Games. You don't want to get sued because a Karen out there gets upset that you didn't do her job for her. I get it. It just sucks. The dog brew, which I don't know if I want to get my dog drunk, y'all. I just don't know. Bats, come here. Would you want this cute little thing to get a buzz? Be honest. This is Bats, my dog. Do you think that this thing with her one brain cell would be good drunk? Bats, say hi to the people. Stop looking at mommy. Look at the camera. No? Look at right up there. Right up there. No? No? She doesn't care. I don't want to get this thing drunk. Look at it. It's so cute. It's stupid. So we also have this for the farmers. Pretty cool. I mean, Busch kills it with their paint schemes every year, y'all. It's not a shock. And Stewart Haas Racing has been killing it with the next gen paint schemes as well. They have this paint scheme from Bristol. Very good. You've got the To the Moon. Beer for Wine. Here's one of the playoff cars with Hunt Brothers on the car. This Subway car, which I have mixed feelings about. Like, it's fine. I think it's a little too much yellow, but, I still dig it. I dig the green. You also have this Mobile One scheme. This is actually not that bad. I dig it a lot. I feel like Mobile One's been hit or miss with the simplicity. I feel like they could do something a lot more intricate. Nothing wrong with simplicity. And then we have, ooh, I like this camo car. That's nice. I like that. You have, okay, so we have this throwback that's in the game. Yet everybody else doesn't have their throwbacks. Interesting. And that was it. With Larson, you got a lot of interesting ones. So you got the ones that have been here that we've covered in past videos, obviously, but here's one of the throwbacks. You see by the 16, this was early on in the playoffs, and you can actually see the win stickers up on the roof line right there next to his name, which is really nice. The Stars and Stripes one, this Valvoline one, which is pretty nice. Very nice. Again, basic but nice. Then this was his actual championship car, and you could see his nine stickers on the car. It's absolutely nuts. For Newman, obviously Newman didn't make the playoffs. No offense, Ryan Newman. And he's got some like, what is this? I know it's meant to be a hot dog, but this just feels like someone phoned it in the design department over at Roush. Man, this is just lazy. You got planters. We're gonna kind of go through these a little quicker, just because I don't want the video to be 20 minutes long. Corey LaJoie had some pretty cool paint schemes this year too. I wish we could see all the throwbacks. Tyler Reddick, with some decent ones as well. Hold on. I went through it a little quick. I have a Lenovo. This is actually not that bad. Chase, you could see his paint schemes here. It'd be nice to have his throwbacks in here. This is an interesting fan design one. His playoff one from, I believe it was Bristol. Kelly Blue Book. Issue, and then this was his championship 4 car. Obviously you got Bill that came with the game. I literally see no one driving this car. I mean, I've never driven it. I don't want to. No offense, I'll give you a better look at it. This is not the car I think of when I think Bill Elliott. I think of his I think of literally every other car but this. And maybe that's just me as a kid who grew up in the 90s and 2000s, but, I don't think of... I mean, give me the Dodge car. That would have been a cool car. But I know you can't do Dodge because you can't put a Dodge logo on a Ford. I get it, but, give me literally anything but this, man. I wasn't interested in this. The game thought about it, but didn't. Here's Eric's paint schemes. Congrats to him for announcing his retirement to spend more time with the family. That's pretty darn cool if you ask me. This is a cool one. I actually dig this one a lot. Let's get a closer look at this one, actually. Ford Warriors in pink. I don't remember this one too much, but this is actually a nice paint scheme. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. That's very cool. I'm definitely going to be putting my niece in this when she plays this game next. And then, yeah, that was it for Eric. For Denny, who will be driving as in the career mode moving forward, you can see kind of the features here, or the paint schemes here. Ooh, the yellow bar. Ooh, how cool, how special. With the originality, the Championship 4 paint scheme. I would not buy this deal. Like, if you're a fan of one of the drivers that actually has a cool paint scheme, yeah, go for it. But I wouldn't pay $10 for this. I mean, I'm still trying to get my money back for this dumpster fire game. This is a cool car. And I love Advance. I love it with the black and the yellow. I think it's a really cool car. So here's Blaney with his playoff stickers. Briscoe, Davison. Yeah. Allmendinger. Ooh. Hang on. I don't remember this one. But I like it a lot, actually. This is actually pretty darn sporty. Hang on now. Okay, very simplistic with a little bit of flair behind the windows, or the numbers there. I dig it. I dig it. Whoops, wrong button. I got fat fingers. Another Hyper Ice version. So, just these two apparently. Kazgrala, the car we drove as in the career season 1. Make sure you go check out that video. And the thing that annoys me is you do not have a say on what the paint scheme is. I'd like an option to just change my paint scheme. I mean, some of these drivers have a lot of cool paint schemes. But when you sign a contract and drive that car, there's no say in it. But frankly, that's okay. I get that there are sponsors that sign up for certain races and the driver really has no say in that. That's fine. But Jin, if you're adding realism, then actually rotate them throughout the career mode. You know, it's not hard. Just they make it so much harder than it should be. Matt Kenseth, the other another legendary driver, right next to Darrell Cartrip, with his legendary car. Again, not 100% the car I think of when I think of Darrell Waltrip, but it's fine. And I will show one little thing. This annoys the hell out of me. Matt Kenseth fans, I am so sad. Eric must be losing his mind over that detail. I get it. You couldn't sign that sponsor for legal reasons, but here's the thing. Put something else in there. Or literally pick another year. It's not hard. Ugh. So on to Kyle Busch. He's got some interesting paint schemes. I love this Interstate Batteries car because when you are up close on it, and he typically runs this out at Auto Club, so I see this car every year practically. You really get the green. The green pops like there is no tomorrow, especially when you're right up close to it. It's amazing. I absolutely love this scheme. I know there's mixed emotions on it, but I absolutely love it. Patriotic M&Ms, Snickers. That makes me want a Snickers right this second. Give me a damn Snickers. Patriotic Skittles, very appropriate. M&M's Minis. Yeah, it looks a little bare, but, you know, fine. Playoff, Halloween, and then non-playoff. Well, technically playoffs, but not a playoff car because he was eliminated at that point and back to his OG. Here's Bobby's paint scheme in here with the game. MTJ with his roster of paint schemes. Here's the Tracker playoff car. Here's the Bass Pro. Here's the Sherry Strong one, which I had forgotten was in the game, and the Final Four one. Almost man for him in 2021. And then they mismatched it, the order, but that's fine. Christopher Bell. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Here's something that somebody pointed out to me, and I forgot to mention it when we went over Denny's car. Look at the quarter panel. There's no sponsor there. Here's a better look. Craftsman. Proudly we build pride. Craftsman. America. They forgot to put the sponsor on the back of the car. Motorsports Games, how are you this incompetent? I paid $80 for this garbage game, and you expect me to shovel out another $50 for a new game that's coming out this calendar year? I'm sure it's not going to come out till October because you have no idea how to put it together. So you're scrambling to try to make it work, and you've come up with every excuse in the book. That's coming out in another video, by the way, to try to cover up your shortcomings and your incompetency and your lack of talent. Yeah, I said it, lack of talent. And then you give us this garbage. Like, oh, thank a maker. Oh, you got it there, you got it there. You forgot to put it here. You idiots. Like, oh, I sincerely, Gordon Ramsay. I think we need to start a GoFundMe to hire Gordon Ramsay to go down to the Motorsports Games offices and literally just go around going, "You donkey!" and screaming at people and calling them idiots because this is idiotic. Like, how do you forget to put the logo? You put the FedEx logo on there, but you forgot the Craftsman logo on the side of the car. I know for a fact that logo was there. So, Motorsports Games, what's your excuse for this? I know the creator, the CEO of Motorsports Games laughed it off in the town hall that came out on Monday. Oh, we need to make sure we finely tune polish our product before we release it. You arrogant moron! That's an understatement. You need to finish the game before you put it out. Because this is just stupidity. This is stupidity. This is lack of talent. This is lack of care. You name it. And I don't care if I piss off Rusty Walrus or anyone at Motorsports Games at this point, because the fact that they put out this game and the fact that they were okay with it, the fact that Rusty and everybody at Motorsports Games was like, the game is so great. We love it. Yeah. Hey, we got new patches coming out to fix those minor bugs. No, these are major bugs. And here's the excuse that they use. They use the excuse, oh, we developed it for the next-gen consoles, and, you know, we saw that they weren't selling too well. They're selling out everywhere. No one can get their hands on it. Release it for both consoles if you were halfway decently competent. So they blamed the game being broken on having to downgrade from the next-gen console to the old consoles, essentially PS4 and Xbox One. But here's the thing: if that were true, why is the PC version also such garbage? If it were true and you downgraded the game to put it on the lower consoles, the PC Steam version should run perfect. It does not. I'm honestly just blown away at this stupidity. Alright, on to Matt, never going to race in the Cup Series again to Benedetto. You've got the standard paint schemes here. No playoff paint schemes here for Matty D, because come on, who are you talking about? Joey Logano, who's had the same paint schemes for 12 years, running practically. Yeah, I sincerely feel a little sorry for Logano fans for multiple reasons, but just the fact that they haven't really, until this year, changed their paint schemes is kind of sucko. Bubba Wallace, this is a cool paint. I love this paint scheme. It's one of my top 5 favorite paint schemes in the game, probably. Ooh, I forgot that we were getting a Dr. Pepper car. I had forgotten about that one in the reverse car, obviously. Cool paint schemes. You got Willie Byron. This is a garbage color. When NASCAR Twitter universally agrees on something, you know it's pretty obviously bad. And this is just a garbage color. I feel like the people at Exalta were like, oh, we've got that crappy neon orange brown pea color. How do we get rid of it? We'll call it the color of the year, and we'll put it on our car. That way people will have to buy it. I sincerely think that's what I think happened. Here's one of the playoff cars for Willie B. You've got Service King on the side of this one when he was in the round of 12. This is a cool Valvoline scheme. Let's get a closer look at this bad boy. I dig this a lot. I'm a sucker for red, white, and blue when it's used appropriately, and this is used appropriately. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That dark blue. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I dig it. I'd like to see something done on the roof. The roof's a little bare, in my opinion, but that's not bad. Let's kind of zoom through some paint schemes here. Oh, we're back to regular. Okay, fine. Austin Cindric, who I think is going to have a good year in 2022. Make sure you check out my 2022 NASCAR predictions video, where we talk about Austin and a number of things, but there's some good schemes in here. Daytona 500 champ! I dig some of these paint schemes are pretty cool. He did make the round of 16 because of the win, which was, we're never going to see this again, I don't think, but you know, and that win number needs to be updated here a little bit. And see, they didn't even update the stats. The season's completed. Update the stats, guys. Couldn't do that. Stay hot. David Reagan, who raced in the 500. Here's who's going to be driving the 10 car probably in 2023. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to honestly wait and see. That's the assumption at this point. Who's in this? Anthony Alfredo's in the car this year. This is going to be, I think, the 4th or 5th year in a row that there's a different driver in the 38, and it's like the 5th, 4th, 3rd rookie in a row. It's like, guys, at some point you got to let the rookie actually be a rookie. Don't just take his training wheels off after a season, especially a season where we didn't have practice, for crying out loud. Cole Custard, Feeding America, Dixie Vodka, another version of the Dixie Vodka. So, decent. This is a lazy paint scheme. No. Yeah. Oh, Ross only has 2 paint schemes now with the latest glitches. Alright. And I know you guys gave me flack in the comments because Petty's Garage is a real thing, and so is the other sponsors here are real. They just seem, this one feels like it's made up. I know it's not. Then there was another one. There's the financial. We're missing paint schemes, so fine. We've got Recky Stenhouse Jr. here. Yeah, I said it. They missed the mark this year with most of these paint schemes. Wait, we got this throwback paint scheme in here? I only have 2 paint schemes for this guy. I've got the season pass. We have all the DLCs downloaded and installed. The game is literally broken. So we can't even do this video 100% appropriately and correct. Here's a cool ally paint scheme, and which is basically his regular one, I should say. Rick Ware, who Cody's going to be back in, I believe, this 51 next year with, or in 2022 with this sponsor. So only 2 paint schemes. I know they had more than 2. This car's done. It's fine. See, why do we get the back markers who have a bajillion paint schemes, and then guys like Bowman, who made the playoffs, have like 2? This game is so broken. Matt Mills got added to the game with this car. I'll give you a quick look at this. Whoever decided to put white on light gray is an idiot. That should have been a black JF electric font, or red. The red Mustang font worked too. See, even back here you can't see it that well. Like, this is just stupid on whoever designed this as part. See, that pops. Black on white. That pops. But I can't tell who the sponsor is. It should have been red or black. You know, it's the logo. It's bad designing. Lefty would not be impressed. Brendan Gaughan is in the game, even though he did not race in 2021. Fine. Noah, fine. Timmy Hill, pretty cool that he's in the game, but only 2 paint schemes is infuriating. Justin Haley. Again, see, this is a cool car. That's a cool car too. Wreck this car. Every time you see this car on the track, take it out. Wreck it, dump it, put it in the wall. Because they put us in the wall. So, you might as well take them out. Glad to know that Motorsports Games is spending literally millions of dollars a year of your money from this garbage game to sponsor this first caution every race, essentially. Way to go. This is a really cool car. I dig this car. A lot of people, somebody actually created this car with the logo, mind you, in game, which is absolutely bonkers to me. But I think it was cool that they actually gave it to us in game. It's pretty cool. I wish it was on a better car. And I'm being blunt here. No offense to BJ. They don't have the sponsors. They don't have the funding. They don't have the equipment. Like, it's not their fault. They're trying the best they can, and they've nabbed some big sponsors. Good for them, but why do I have to pay for them to wreck? That's what it boils down to. Couple more paint schemes. Good for them. Oh, NASCAR Ignition. Yeah, wreck this car too. Cool Halloween paint scheme. I dig this one, actually. Ooh, Gator car. This is cool too. He's got some cool paint schemes. Not this one. Ty Dillon, who started a handful of races, and all handful of the cars are in here. Daniel Suarez, some of the best paint schemes of 2021 right here. Cool paint scheme. This one I dig a lot, y'all. I dig it a lot. Good Sam. You got Freeway Insurance and Camping World. Again, we're missing some guys. And then real quick, some of my custom cars. I'm never driving this car, Motorsports. I made this very early on, okay? It was like the first car I made. Here's my version of the Bobby Labonte car. And look at this. You come back here. My red actually goes all the way to the edge. Wasn't hard. This is why NASCAR is failing with the younger demographics. We need a good, strong console game. Make it an arcade style. That's totally fine. But the fact that NASCAR had its peak in popularity at the exact same time we had peak in quality in NASCAR console video games is not a coincidence. You have to actually appeal to the younger demographic. You have to appeal to kids in order to make NASCAR successful. NASCAR wants younger fans. Everything that they're doing at the LA Coliseum is great. I absolutely love it. I can't wait for it. However, you need to have something for them to play. Mobile games are great. That's perfect. That's fine. And the NASCAR Heat mobile game on this is great. Download it. It's 3 years old, but it's still fine. This game is not. Do not buy this game. Do not trust Motorsports Games. Pray that IndyCar and NASCAR both get the rights back for Motorsports Games, and that we never have to see another console garbage product from Motorsports Games. They even admitted in the town hall this week that, yeah, it's going to be a couple years before we have that feature. Yeah, we want that feature. We just have no idea how to do it. They admitted their own incompetency in that video. It wasn't even really a town hall. It wasn't live. The questions were pre-screened, and if you couldn't tell, they were all reading from a script. Everything was scripted. Everything was run through PR people, and it was garbage. Another video on that coming out later. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below, and that you also give us a follow on the social media accounts. You can also subscribe to the Shifting Gears podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Tuned In, iHeart, and you can also check us out over on AmericanRacingNetwork.com for the latest Shifting Gears weekly motorsports podcast hosted by yours truly. For NASCAR 21 Ignition, I'm Alan Bailey. Please don't buy this game. We'll see you at the track.